serious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, here we are. Hello, Andrew. Adri. Hello, Nicole. Hector. Wasabi. Michael Melkos. Hello, Linda Wynn, the maker of the best pho in North Texas. Hello, Casey. Hello, Tony. Hello, Christy Kincaid Morris. Hello, Rebecca. Stronger and Wiser. Sheila Redmond from the Hub City. The 806. The Llano Estacado. The High Plains. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Tammy. What are y'all, twins? Hello, Krista. Remember that in Forrest Gump? Where are y'all from? Alabama, sir. What are y'all, twins? No, we are not relations. Remember when Bubba and Forrest looked at each other? No, we are not relations, sir. Hello, Terry. Hello, Savanita. Hello, Evangelina. Evangelina Guerra. I'm sorry. Hello, David. Okay. Hello, Kara. Good evening. Hello, Wheezy. Oh, Wheezy, you just reminded me. I need to, there was something we mentioned last time, and I don't think a lot of our audience got it, so I'm going to define that for our audience this week. Yes. Hold, please.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Did you lose your song?
No. Okay. I think we have it here somewhere. Smash the like button. Why are you not participating in the chat? Hello, Mandy.
Who?
Wheezy.
Can I get my chapstick out of here? I think I left it in here.
Hello, Sarah. Look what I have on. Sarah and Brandon brought me this back from Cozumel. They went to Cozumel. So I'm wearing my shirt they got me as a souvenir. It's very nice of them to do that. Hello, Kitten Tracks. Hello, Yennefer. Hello, Sin Galvan, our social media manager. Actually, our director of social media.
When you start paying her.
No, we're going to need to. The content she's cranking out.
I've been pushing for her to pay from day one, but she was the one that said no.
She's got big goals. Big goals. Big. You hear that crashing sound right now? Those are Sin Galvan's big brass balls clashing together.
My.
Oh, she's got some big goals. Hello, Tammy. Am I being nice to Larry? Yes, Amy. I'm being nice to Larry. I mean, do I look like a guy that wouldn't be nice to Larry? This guy?
I'm the only one that's nice to Larry.
It's not true.
I'm the only one. He loves me.
The boys love Larry. I love Larry.
I love Larry.
Larry just annoys me. I can love somebody and be annoyed by them. Case in point. Tickle your knee.
Don't.
Tickle your knee. Oh, tickle your knee.
When he tickles my knees, it drives me nuts.
Tickle your knee.
Stop.
They're seeing violence on the podcast.
Just don't tickle my knees. I hate it.
Larry. Hello, Kay from Chattanooga. All right. Oh, my goodness gracious. Michael wants to know if you're feeling better, Kelly.
I am. I'm almost 100%. I've got that residual snot stuff, but I'm almost 100%.
I'm okay, too, Michael.
You haven't been sick.
Yeah, that's true.
I've had one of the worst colds I've had in years.
That's quite an
almost 100.
That's quite an ailment.
Really? I mean, I've had a bad cold, though. You be honest.
No, you have.
It was bad.
You have.
Snoring.
Oh.
Snotty.
Which they have as a drop on the nationally syndicated Kid Graded Morning Show, which I think is greatness.
Yeah. I'm not even embarrassed by it because I was sick.
Embarrassed.
You ready?
Horrified.
Test 1, 2. Test.
Panicking.
Panic.
Yes, I'm panicking because I'm literally panicking right now.
The house is
Okay.
finally cool enough for me because I'm, going through the change. What was the temperature? 67
It's
in
like
the house?
65 or something.
I'm like, woo, it finally feels good in here.
Good grief. I have to get my Nanook of the North hat.
Ow. You ready?
No, I'm not ready.
God, what are you doing?
Hey, you know why they pay Don
I'm
the
so
engineer so much
annoyed.
money? Because he has to do all this crap. I got to
It's
do it here.
annoying.
And nobody pays me. Nanook of the North, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Nanook of the North, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
Test 1, 2. Test. I've done my test. My
Okay.
mic never changes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we're ready to go here.
Welcome to the podcast, y'all. This is A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans. This is my husband, my podcast co-host. Oh gosh, for how many years? Almost 4.5, almost 5. Hey, Alan.
Hey, Trey in the house.
I was trying to think. It's been this June will be 5 years of doing the podcast with you, and then July will be 5 years of being married, right?
Yeah, and we used to have big celebrations on number of downloads and all that stuff, and number of episodes, and we've just kind of given up on
We
that.
haven't given up. We just don't keep track of it like we used to. But I'll look it up.
Well, I thought Russ Face was supposed to send us some of those stats.
He sent you a link, and then I think you just put it in the ball in your court.
I tell you, that's Russ Face's MO.
What?
Putting the ball in someone else's court.
There you go.
Here, you do it. I don't. Yeah, fine. Here's your portal.
There you go.
Log in with this portal.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah. Here's the
But
password.
anyway, this is podcast 370 something, I think.
There's a 36 character password. A-hole. Figure it out.
Gosh, Alan.
Russ
Let's
Face.
move on.
God,
Let's move on. It's okay.
that guy.
Why are we starting off on
I
that
don't know,
note?
because I just saw him at the Christmas party. It got me all wound up.
He got you wound up at the Christmas party?
No, he didn't. Actually, I said hello to him and his lovely wife.
Okay, good.
Russ
I got a little
Face
wound up at the Christmas party.
We're going to talk
apparently.
about the Christmas party.
Yeah, our office Christmas party, the first one of the season. We've been invited to umpteen parties. We had one this past weekend. We've got 3. Well, I've got 3 this weekend. You've got 2.
Dime.
Because, I'm doing a girls only one on Sunday.
Oh,
Why is
yeah,
it a dime?
I don't know, because you're going to more parties than me. I don't know.
Do you want to go to all of them?
No.
All right.
No.
So, yeah, a lot. And
No,
a lot-
no. Look, please let me clarify. I am very happy to go to the parties that I have been invited to. Now, if there were like more than that, I'd be like, wow, that's a lot of parties to go to.
But
Because one of the parties we're going to is one of our dear friends, Kay Shelton.
Oh, yes.
And I am very excited to go to Kay's house and see her new fridge and stove and right?
Yeah.
On
yeah.
a sandwich and some loving
Yeah.
podcast.
And except for her party, every party I've been invited to is a white elephant.
Mhm.
So that's the only party where we've been invited to where you don't have to bring a white elephant. I like white elephants because I can get rid of stuff that is perfectly good and great, but we just don't have a use for it.
What's your problem with brown elephants?
Oh, Alan. Anyway, it's
Your husband's brown.
Anyway, so I've got like a couple of really great things, but Kay decided no gifts, not white elephant or otherwise. So there's that. And then my girlfriend Amy's decided we used to draw presents for the kids, but she thinks the kids are now old enough to do their own white elephant. I'm like, I don't know if kids get white elephant, but are kids wanting to fight and trade over gifts? I don't know. I think it's going to be a failed experiment.
It sounds like
we'll find out.
A failed social experiment.
We'll find out. And I'm also kind of hosting and singing. I don't really know exactly my function, but there's a kids fundraiser this Sunday where they're going to be building gingerbread houses and proceeds going to, Kids, which is the charity founded by the late, great Kid Craddock, where we take a plane full of kids with life-altering conditions. They could be, in some cases, chronically ill, where it's a condition they'll have to live with and struggle the course of their lifetime. And sometimes because of the disability, they won't have a long life expectancy. And then some of them are terminal. So we've been doing that. They're celebrating the 30th anniversary this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And they started with a bus trip, right?
They started with a bus trip down to SeaWorld in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then they decided that, Disney World is the happiest place on earth. So Kid started doing, we'd get a plane. But at first, it wasn't our plane. We would just be on the plane with other passengers. And that was before I came on board. So they tried that and they said, no, we probably need to do a charter flight because with our kids, we've got, oxygen tanks and kids with, wheelchairs and just a lot of considerations. So he started chartering a small plane. That's when I came.
Mhm.
And then after that, American Airlines donated a plane for many years. And then we now had a partnership with Southwest Airlines for many, many years.
I didn't know American did it
for a while. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And now Southwest has been our partner for many, many years. But this year, because of, just these kids, they're up to the age of 12. They're between the ages of 5 and 12, and they're susceptible to, a lot of their immune systems are compromised and things like that.
Yeah.
And because they had to make some decisions, because you just didn't know with variants and things going on, they made the decision for just the doctors and the medical staff to go with the kids this year, and the Kid Craddock Morning Show will go back on the trip next year. So we had to miss this year, and then we had to miss last year because they scrapped the trip altogether last year, right in the middle of COVID. But now that we're coming out of it, I think next year, hopefully, we'll be able to go again. I miss those kids, right?
Yeah. The one time I've been, it was wonderful.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get back on track where we can all go next year. But we gave the kids the option, it's like you can go this year without the Kid Craddock Morning Show, or you can wait and go in 2022 with the Kid Craddock Morning Show. And some of them opted to wait. Mm-hmm. But some of them, they're like, we don't know if we have that time.
Yeah.
We had one child that did not make it to this year's trip that passed away just a few weeks shy. And the mother and the sibling went in her honor, in her memory. So it's just, sad. But anyway, Kids is just a beautiful charity. It's close to my heart. We're not curing anything. A lot of people give money to research and things like that. But Kids is life-changing for so many families because, so often a lot of these families, what they are left with is memories. Mm-hmm. And it's creating really beautiful memories. And we hear about the kids who have to go back into the hospital for years of treatment, and they take their photo albums, they watch the DVD of their trip to Disney World, and, it always gives them a little lift.
Yeah.
Which is the best medicine. So anyway, if you're looking for a place to donate over the holidays, I didn't mean to turn it into that, but kidskids.org, KIDDS.org is where you can go. Just, give a few bucks if that's a place you're looking to make a charitable donation.
It's a great.
We're constantly raising money.
I've seen myself. Well, you've seen it a lot more than I have, babe. But the time I went, just seeing the faces and the smiles, and just it's like the kids are having a totally normal day, normal fun day, And,
well, that's the thing. They're normal kids. They just happen to be sick,
right?
And so they want to do all the normal things.
Just do the normal stuff,
I think they get tired of people sometimes, treating them differently.
Yeah.
And they, they're hanging out with other kids. Oh, you're in a wheelchair like me. Oh, you're missing an eye like I, just different things. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, these kids are just as aggravating as your kid. You're a perfectly healthy kid. They
I didn't experience that, but I'm
sure. Them kids are like, get off of me. Uh-huh. Just like I do to ours. Get off of me. Let me breathe.
Just like you do to me.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a wonderful thing.
So speaking of kids, we're going to talk a little bit about kids. I had a dad fail that happened to me yesterday.
Oh,
so I thought I'd share that as with the boys. Are we going to talk about your Christmas party some more?
We didn't talk about it at all.
Well, I thought we were just talking about it.
We didn't really talk about it.
I was just bitching about Rustface.
Yeah, you just said hello to Rustface or something.
Yeah. We got a little listener correspondence. Maybe just a real brief Cowboys talk, just because since we've done it like every game this week.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, we have a lot of listeners that live in the Louisiana area, and the Cowboys beat the Saints, so we might just touch on that. And then
you're not rub it in, are you?
No.
Our podcast friends
Absolutely
and family.
Not. I like Who Dat. I love Who Dat Nation, but
lovely people.
Yes, but I'm a Cowboys fan. And then we were talking about something last week, and there was a term I kept using over and over, and I think it flew over the heads of most of our listeners,
including me,
including you.
What was it?
No, actually, I think you knew what it was.
Oh.
But one of our listeners started saying she was the best one of these in the world. And then I told her, I don't know that you want to be considered one of the best one of these in the world. The term was fluffer, and and we'll get into what that means.
No, why, Alan? Most people know.
I will be very mature. I will be very mature. mature.
You weren't mature when we talked about it last time. I just kept plowing ahead.
I will be very mature this time. I promise. So, but the big thing is we got our okay. I'll come right out of the gate and do this. We are killing it on social media now.
We are.
Well,
we are.
Our podcast is A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. You can find us on Instagram at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We're on Facebook. We have a Twitter, but we never use it. Go to Instagram. Most of it's on Instagram. But we have hired a new social media manager.
She comes cheap.
She comes
real
extremely cheap. Actually, a friend of ours, her name's Sin Galvan. She's always in the chat. She's come to several of our events. She's become a friend of ours. She volunteered to do a lot of our social media for us.
She's like, y'all aren't doing anything.
She's like, the stuff you're posting, Alan. No. Let me help out. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's see what you can do. She's doing some awesome stuff.
She is.
So she posted a video of Kellie and I guess it was a year ago last year. I was wearing my Nanook of the North hat. It must have been really cold in the house. And we were,
I don't know.
It must have been December because we were talking about our bucket list for 2020.
Yes. Yeah.
So Kellie and I are going to review those.
Because Sin brought it up on the Instagram.
Right. And see how we're doing.
Yeah, because we still have, a few weeks left in 2021 to get some of these knocked off. Although, too bad for some of them. Too bad. It's too late.
I can remember some.
I know vividly some of them, but we failed.
I know we had
2021 was a year of failure for me.
I know. Was it 2020 or 2021? I meant to say 2021.
21.
I said 2020. 2021.
Yeah, for 2020, we just decided screw 2020. Nobody was able to do anything in 2020 because we didn't do anything.
At the end of 19, we didn't make a 2020.
We did, but then COVID hit. And so by the end of the year, we couldn't do anything that was on we hadn't done anything because we were quarantined for the most part.
I don't know.
I've got the list right here.
Yeah,
I've got both of them if you want to look at them.
And one of mine was take the boys on an RV trip. And I
that was 2020. Your bucket list in 2020, visit a city you'd never been to, drive an RV with the boys, finish my left sleeve.
Check.
You did that in 2020. You did that in 2020. No, you did that in 2021.
Check.
But this is your 2020 list.
Oh.
Learn 3 magic tricks. You did 2 out of 3, I think.
Yeah.
And then all these resolutions you had. That was 2020.
Yeah.
But we just decided 2020 was a wash because.
Okay, well, let's do that, and then we'll do some more of this. Please.
Okay.
On A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
All right. This is supposed to be the happiest time of year, a time for, celebrating with loved ones, making plans for the new year. But maybe you're just not happy. So what is interfering with your happiness? Is it something that's preventing you from achieving your goals or having a fulfilling relationship with a friend or a family member or your spouse? Our sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And this is not a crisis line. This is professional therapy. And you can start communicating in under 48 hours in a safe, private, online environment. Send a message to your counselor at any time to get timely, thoughtful responses. You can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions. And you can find the particular expertise that you need online. So you're not just limited to the counselors located near you. And BetterHelp is committed to making sure you have a great therapeutic match. They make it easy and free to change counselors if you need to. BetterHelp is also more affordable than traditional offline counseling, with financial aid available. And anything you share, just like traditional offline counseling, is completely confidential.
And because we want you to start living a happier life today, as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. So join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich.
All right. You want to dive into buckets?
Is it buckets or Christmas party?
I was on buckets and you said we'll come back to that.
Okay, let's do buckets.
All right. So Sin Galvin, thanks for pointing out my failures on Instagram.
Wow.
Rubbing salt in the wound, I should say. So, well, I guess because on the Instagram post, it started with you. You were the first. You were the first. So why don't you go over your
in my Nanook hat.
December 31st of 2020.
Almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah. So that's what the list was. And then we'll do mine.
Okay. this is almost exactly 1 year ago. I had on my list, get a tattoo on back or chest. Okay, I didn't do that.
But you did finish your sleeve
But I
left
did-
over from the previous year.
Yeah, but I did finish my left and right arms. So I guess I could say, maybe.
Well, you didn't do that? Oh.
Wow, okay.
Well, you didn't.
The second one, turn 50 and have 50 people sing happy birthday and for he's a jolly good fellow in New Mexico. Or in Mexico.
Yep, did that.
Big red check mark next to that one.
Mhm.
Oh, not only did I do that, I did it while standing in a nude colored Speedo
That was just an added bonus. That wasn't on your list.
that said cocky on the front and show stealer on the back.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad those pictures haven't surfaced. That's going to come to bite me someday when I run for political office.
Yeah, right.
When I'm running for
You're not running for political office.
For Plano, Plano dog catcher.
No,
That's gonna really come back to bite me.
No.
Boy, I don't remember why I would have put this one on there. The third one, do a Larry and Zoe photo shoot.
Yep, you were going to do that,
yeah.
and you were going to do big black and white photos,
Yeah.
and we were going to have them framed, and got all this camera and equipment and stuff. Just never got around to it.
As I look over my right shoulder in the studio, there is a pile of Nikon photograph equipment.
Yep.
Photography equipment over there on the floor.
A forgotten hobby.
Well, it's not forgotten. I've just been busy with motorcycles. The next one, take Kellie on an RV trip.
We did that.
Big check.
Did that.
Did it. Visit a city I've never been to. Big check. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just listening.
What?
I'm sorry. Can I not look at you?
Why are you looking at me like that, though?
What am I looking at you like?
Is there something on my nose?
No, something on mine. I got a huge honker zit on my nose. The tip of my nose, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
So a city I've never been to. Well, actually, yeah, because I went down to Austin. I went to Marble Falls, which I'd never been to.
Mm-hmm.
Did we travel anywhere other than?
No.
Where did it?
No.
I took the boys on the RV trip, but we just stayed around here. We went to Texoma.
Yeah.
Around Father's Day.
Yeah.
Did I go?
You went up to
Sturgis. Duh. Yeah. I went up to Sturgis too. Take the boys on a guided fishing trip and then do a fish fry. Check. Took the boys to Cedar Creek Lake with my friend Kenny, who is a police officer, and he also is a fishing guide. And he took us to catch sand bass, and that was so much fun. They had a great time. And then go to bartending school. Big black X next to that one. Didn't do that.
Didn't even look into it.
Didn't even look into it.
Just put it in the book and forgot about it.
Then
I tried to give him that as a gift.
Yeah.
The year before, and it fell apart. And he liked the idea, and then we just never did it.
So I did
a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of my 7.
Good for you, honey.
5 of my 7.
Good for you.
What's my percentage? What's 5/7 is a percentage?
Come
on.
60-something%. I don't know. I'd have to do the math.
Okay.
7 divided by 5. I don't know.
Well, we have the tools and we have the
Yeah, do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Mine are gonna be less successful. Read the Bible all the way through. I am still in the process of that. I'm a little behind, but I'm in the New Testament. Let me tell you, the Old Testament was really hard to get through. It was hard. And the New Testament is a lot easier because, Jesus is alive. He's on the earth. He's telling stories, things I'm familiar with. It's really great. But a lot of it, like I'm in the first 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, we're kind of bouncing around because in the Bible Recap, a podcast I follow, it's in chronological order. And so like the same story in the Bible I've read because feeding the thousands on the mount with the loaves and the fishes, right? With the the fishes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've read like 3 or 4 separate accounts of that because it's covered in the Bible quite a bit. I'm at Lazarus being raised from the dead right now when he was dead for 4 days, and Jesus commanded him to wake up and come out, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. Mother, daughter, granddaughter trip. I don't think we did that.
I thought you were going to do that.
We were going to do that, but then we never did it. It just didn't work out with my travel schedule.
Okay.
I've tried. So I got my mother to take my daughter on a trip when I couldn't go.
Yeah.
So she ended up doing a grandmother trip, but I was not in the equation. So I tried. That didn't happen.
You got half a check there.
See Velma, my Aunt Velma.
I thought you were doing that
I'm
soon.
going to be doing that.
Okay.
So I will do that before the end of the year.
Check.
That's already booked. My flight is booked.
Check.
Wear the red bikini for Alan's birthday in Mexico. I even had it on the vision board. It was the one and only thing I had on the vision board. No, I did not. It was the year of the one piece for me, and it continues to be.
Why didn't you do that?
I couldn't fit into it.
Oh, okay.
Why would you think I wouldn't do it?
Well, I can't remember.
Why would I not wear the bikini? Why would it be on the vision board to wear the bikini, and then I have to lose weight to get into the bikini? You don't even remember if I wore it or not.
I don't.
Which shows you how much you're paying attention.
In fact, I can't name one bathing suit that you wore.
Good.
In Mexico.
They were all one pieces. The year of the one piece. An RV trip with Alan.
Check.
I don't know why I wrote that on my list because you did it on yours. We put down we were going to go to Hawaii for your 50th. And
well,
we decided we decided Hawaii was not where we wanted to go.
Yeah, we just wanted to do something different. So we're going to Jamaica Mistake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Do the guest room of my dreams to decorate the guest room.
Done.
Well, I did it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's of my dreams.
It's nice.
It's a nice guest room on a budget.
We've had
it could be better.
Several distinguished guests stay up there.
Tommy Jean. Kristen. Occasionally Emma Kelly's sleepover guests will stumble in there and spend the night.
The A-Train will take a nap up there sometimes.
Mine was like a little bit more the cultivate friendships. It's like the friendships I have to nurture. Well, okay. No, I wanted to cultivate new friendships and nurture the ones I have. New friendships, I would say I've probably done okay on that. I've gone to lunch here and there and tried to connect with some new people. So I have got some new people in my little circle. Some have not been as successful as others. I've tried reaching out and it just didn't go very well. That's okay. At least I tried. Reach a certain dollar amount in retirement. Have we reached that dollar amount in retirement? Can you see my finger right there? Did we reach it?
Yes.
Check. Reconnect with EK. That's kind of vague.
What's the dollar amount?
Well, I don't want to say. It's personal. That's why.
I know.
That's why I'm pointing at.
I understand that.
Reconnect with my daughter.
Don't get nervous.
Host a Just Like Old Times party. Oh, that was for Kristen. So I did do that.
Wait a minute. What was the one with EK?
Reconnect with her. That's kind of vague.
That is very vague.
I mean, we do stuff together. I try, but I mean, I don't know. That's kind of too vague to say if that was successful or not.
Okay.
Use Alan's paint set gift. Nope.
I think you gave that away.
No, I still have it.
Where is it?
It's in the desk drawer over there.
Okay.
Lose weight. That's a big no. And to walk the dogs.
Those aren't bucket lists. Those are resolutions.
Alan, taking your kid on a fishing trip for a fish fry is not even a bucket list. Alan and I have this argument every time. Every time it comes down to bucket lists. Also, to walk the dogs a minimum of 5 times a week. I haven't been doing that, but I've been doing more.
It's a resolution.
Well, everything on your list is not a bucket list. Alan says these should be things that you want to accomplish in your lifetime. I said,
before you die.
But you can't just come up with new things every year. That makes it a to-do. Then it makes it a to-do list and not a bucket list.
Nope.
A bucket list item is like, I want to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa in person. I want to be there. That's a bucket list.
Put it on
Taking
your
my
list.
kids on a fishing trip is not a bucket list. That's a to-do.
Nope.
How do you get to decide what's a to-do and what's a bucket list? Why are you the determiner of that?
Because I came up with this idea.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We get in the same argument every year that my list isn't good enough for Al.
I didn't say it wasn't good enough for me.
You tell me it doesn't qualify every year.
I'm the judge of whether or not they qualify or not.
Do your own list. I'm going to get my own. This is my pretty book. My pretty book I got.
The listener, the good, strong, faithful, dear, sweet, clean listener wants to know how many you did. How many did you do?
Y'all heard me. I said
how many out of your total number of resolutions? How many did you do?
I'm in the process of reading the Bible all the way through, so it's not done yet. But I have until the end of the year. So 1, I will see Velma yet. I haven't yet, but that'll be 2, 3. Are we counting Hawaii as 1, even though it's not Hawaii?
Yeah, we'll count that.
4, 5, 6,
Oh, wow.
7.
7 out of how many?
2, 4, 6, 8. Well, I know. I guess Cultivate, that'd be 8. I got 8, right? Did I say 7 or 8?
You said 7.
8.
8 out of what?
Let me see. 1, 2.
On a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast.
3, 4, 5, 6.
A Kid Nation podcast.
7, 8. I've done 8.
8
out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Out of 14. So you're batting 57%. I was batting 71%.
There you go. So
I don't know.
What do you have to say about that?
Don't have anything to say.
Good. That's a good choice. You just made a good choice. You're going to pop the pimple on the tip of my nose. Don't do that. There's a big zit on it. All right. So there's that. I don't know if I even want to do a bucket list.
Oh, come on. No, we have to.
You make it so stressful.
It's not stressful at all.
Okay. Well, what can I put on my list that's going to be
You don't have
worthy?
to come up with a big list. You just say, there's things I want to do. And I always dreamed of doing these things.
But I haven't always dreamed of doing things. When is anybody
So you
gonna
haven't
accept
ever
that?
dreamed of doing anything?
Not really, no.
You've never had a dream?
Sure, I had a dream I wanted to be a sitcom actress. A little too late for that.
Not one that was 25 years ago. A dream in the last year? You haven't, there's nowhere you want to go? There's nothing you want to do?
But if I want to go to Italy, that doesn't mean I necessarily want to go in 2022.
Then it's a 5-year bucket list.
Why does it have to? It's too much stress, y'all.
It's not.
I'm just
I
going to
think
do
you're
my
making
list
it
and
stressful.
you make it stressful because no matter what I put on the list, you say, no, that's not a bucket list. That's a to-do. It's like, why can't I just put it on my list and be done with it?
Okay.
Maybe next year I'll bat 50%. And maybe the year after that, I'll bat 30%.
Okay. We'll redo this bit. It'll be Alan's bucket list and Kellie's New Year's resolution.
Sure.
How's that?
If that makes you happy. Because whatever I do doesn't, apparently, when it
Don't
comes to
too
making
much.
lists. I'm going to tell you, when it comes to the bucket list, it is
We'll leave you
a pain in my butt.
1-star review. You guys, all you do is bicker.
Go ahead.
I don't want to listen.
Go ahead.
I can't listen
leave
anymore.
1 star. Go ahead. Bye.
I can't. That Alan is mean.
You're
Says
not
Kellie.
mean, but
Says
you're
my sweet Kellie
frustrating.
can't make her bucket list the way she wants to make her bucket list.
All right.
What are we doing now?
I don't
Now
know.
that
How
that-
do we recover from that?
Now that fell apart.
Thanks for bringing it up, Sin. This is what
Yeah,
what the
way to
result
go.
of that, Sin.
Way to go,
Galvin.
Sin. Thank you.
Remind me, this has been the year of failure for me. But it's been the year of Alan.
That is true.
It has been the year of Alan. Are you ready to go if I talk about the year of Alan now?
Well, yeah.
All right.
But I
listen.
saw something else.
I know. I'm just out of order. So a couple podcasts ago, we played you the song that I had SongFinch create for Alan, and it's called The Year of Alan. We love it. People who listen to it are like, oh my gosh, we love it too. Just in case you missed it, you can go back a couple of podcasts and listen to the whole thing, but we're going to play a little clip right here.
It's unbelievable.
It's so good.
I don't see how you did this or how SongFinch did it.
So good. We can listen to the whole thing, but we're not. Somebody just called and interrupted the phone. Anyway, we've had a lot of our listeners say they ordered a song from SongFinch too because they want to surprise someone they love. And I hope y'all do send us a link so we can hear how it turns out because we just think it's so good. Even if you've never written a poem or you can't carry a tune in a bucket, SongFinch can help you create the perfect song to let someone know exactly how you feel about them. It is the perfect gift for Christmas to tell someone how much they mean to you or to celebrate an anniversary, a birthday, retirement, or just to say, I love you. You can have SongFinch create a song to help you propose Or you could surprise your groom on your wedding day with his own song. And the song that SongFinch will create for you is radio quality. You just heard a little snippet there.
Yeah.
They make it so easy by prompting you with questions about the person your song is for, about your relationship, any special memories or details about the person. And then you choose the genre of music you like, whether it's country, pop, rock, R&B. I know Alan liked rock, so we have a little rock vibe there. You can browse over 1,000 professional musicians to select your favorite, or you can let the SongFinch team match you with the artist for your song, which is what they did for me. I was like, I don't have time to go through 1,000 artists. So I said, I trust you, SongFinch. And they did a great job. And these are professional singers who've been on hit shows like Songland and The Voice. And the songs are created and delivered to you really quickly within like 3 to 7 days. And you never have to worry about shipping because your song is emailed to you on a unique landing page with the lyrics. So you can even print those out, have them framed.
What a great idea.
I mean, to make it even more special. We are absolutely in love with SongFinch, and we know you will be too.
I listen to my song all the time.
It's so good.
Songs are $199, and with code SANDWICH, you can save another $20 this week only. That's $20 off the perfect gift, just $179 for a gift they will treasure forever. But hurry, you have to use code SANDWICH for $20 off this week only. Visit songfinch.com. That's SongFinch.com and use code SANDWICH for an additional $20 off.
And if y'all do it, please let us hear it. We'd love to hear it.
For somebody it's really tough to buy for, that is a great idea.
Yeah, and it's less than $200. With our code, it's even cheaper.
Use the code.
Use the code.
Gotta use the code.
Every $20 helps.
Just a couple little things. The people want to know if you're feeling better.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. I had a rotten cold that's led me to snore. It's constant nose blowing, head pressure and all that. And now after all the nose blowing, I've got this lovely little pimple that's popped up right on the tip of my nose. What a mess. But other than that, I'd say I'm about 90%. Almost 100%.
Some of our live studio audience is mockingly saying they hope that I don't get what you have, because can you imagine the moaning and groaning and man tears you would see if I got the sickness that you have?
Yeah, you're a bigger, I think it's pretty
bigger
much
what?
Baby.
A bigger what?
Baby? What do you
Okay.
think I was going to say?
I don't know what you're about to say.
Baby is what I was going to say.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What else could I say?
There's a lot of things you could have said there.
That's true. But I think men, as a general rule, are bigger babies when it comes to being sick. They revert to being a child and wanting mama. So, I mean, did I complain? I complained some, but I don't think I complained that much.
No, you've been a big nose blower lately.
Oh God. The remnants of a cold when everything's coming out. It's so gross.
Dylan has flinched a couple of times.
I know.
When you've done it because he's been about to take a bite of a sandwich or something.
I
And then
know.
he hears a big nose blow.
And it's just like never ending. It's like,
Right.
How much snot can a person produce? But I tell you what, if you get sick, you've got to go get special tissues that have like lotion in them or something. It's a
Like
game
aloe?
changer. Yeah, because golly, I used toilet paper for the first few days.
Oh,
I mean,
dang.
it works on your butt, but not on your nose, man. I was hurting.
well,
But thank y'all. I feel much better.
yeah, your anus and your nose are two different things.
Well, still, it's just delicate tissue.
Well,
But anyway, I do feel a lot better. Thank you. It's been I started getting sick the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. And in a week to 10 days, supposed to be the normal duration of a cold.
Mhm.
I'm almost at 2 weeks with this thing.
you
So
don't
anyway,
think it's
no, it's not. I went and got tested for COVID and the flu.
China virus?
I just told you it was negative for both.
Okay. Speaking of Dylan and the boys, I had somewhat of a dad fail this weekend, babe. I don't think I told you about this, but
I don't know.
as I've mentioned before, I think I've mentioned in passing on this podcast, and we've had debates. I'm a master debater, but we've had debates on Ben Stiller.
Oh,
Funny or not funny?
Ugh.
Kelly says not funny.
he just nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
His humor, I'm sure he's a very nice person.
I
sure he is.
say funny.
But his humor is always the same. It's frustrating and
Yes.
it's like easily fixable.
Yes.
It's the easiest, like Meet the Fockers. All you had to do was say, hey, before you take my bag, let me get my diamond ring out of there. Problem solved, but then you wouldn't have a movie, right? And everything is so easy to solve. That's why I can't stand it.
But,
I cannot stand it.
Have you ever seen any Marvel movie? We've
I
gone in there
know.
and we'd say, this is a bunch of bull.
I know. But
How
I'm
could
just
this
telling you,
happen?
Ben Stiller, I cannot. I
Okay,
cannot.
it's entertainment. Whatever.
For others.
What for me? So whatever. So one of my favorite movies is Along Came Polly. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in this movie with Ben Stiller.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Jennifer Aniston was Polly. Alec Baldwin was in it too. Hilarious movie. One of my favorites of all time. So the boys, they wanted to go out and shoot baskets the other day. So I said, guys, there's this old movie I like. And one of the funniest scenes in the movie is when these two guys are playing pickup basketball. And I said, you guys want to see it? And now I knew that this scene, I knew this scene didn't have any bad language. There's dialogue, but they're not talking about anything lewd. Okay. It's just,
as far as you can remember.
No, there wasn't. And I watched it before. I showed it to the boys. So the scene's about 2 minutes long. If you look it up on YouTube, it's Along Came Polly basketball scene. So it's Philip Seymour Hoffman and Ben Stiller playing basketball against these two big guys out on the playground. And Philip Seymour Hoffman's running around like a madman, just throwing these bricks off the backboard. He's saying white chocolate and, raindrop and all these.
And he's terrible.
And he's horrible. Yeah, they're both horrible. So these two big guys come to the court, and one of them's like super hairy. And actually, they did say one bad word. They said douchebags. Philip Seymour Hoffman says, hey, you two douchebags want to run twos? And the big hairy guy's like, what? He's like, oh, I'm just kidding with you, Sasquatch. So he calls the big hairy guy Sasquatch. So the boys watch this scene, and they think it's pretty funny. But one of the unintended consequences of me showing the boys this video,
because they now know the words douchebag and Sasquatch.
Exactly. They haven't said douchebag, but they call me Sasquatch. So the whole weekend, they're like, hey, Sasquatch, you want to go throw the football? Hey, Sasquatch, will you turn on the TV for me? Hey, Sasquatch, can I have a sandwich? And so now I'm at the point where, well, crap, I'm the one who introduced this language to them. So
Sasquatch is not a dirty word. It's
not a dirty word, but they're calling their father Sasquatch. So at what point do I say, guys, really, ha ha ha, but
show some respect.
show some
respect on my name.
Respect for me. I'm the idiot that showed you the Along Came Polly clip. But I don't know.
I think they've got an inside joke with you now, and it's like your bit.
I know. I
don't think they disrespect you, but.
It's just kind of funny that
at least they're not calling you douchebag.
That's very true.
That would be
that would be a big problem. Yes, that would be a big problem. And I think they know that's a bad word because they didn't say it one time. At least to me. Yeah,
I don't know. How would they? Do you think they know what it is, or they just know it's not good?
Well, it doesn't even sound good.
I don't know. Speaking of language, like Emma Kellie, she's 15, and some of her friends, well, they're all like 14, 15, 16 now. And some of them have slipped up and cussed in front of me.
Whoa.
And it's like, because they get excited or something. And I just kind of like turn my head. They're not my kid, right? But I'm like, I don't like that.
Who has?
I'm not going to say names. But I told Emma Kellie, she was like on a FaceTime call with her friend, and they were screaming about something, and the kid slipped up. And I looked at Emma Kellie again. She's like, Mom, I have told her not to say that. I've told her not to cuss like that. I said, look, I'm not stupid. I know when I'm not around, you're probably saying cuss words. I said, but at least you have the sense to not say it in front of me, right? But I was trying to tell her, I was like,
so wait a minute, you can cuss, just don't cuss in front of me.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not stupid. I know you're saying these words because your friend feels comfortable enough to say them in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you're saying
so you're
these
probably
when I'm not
saying
around.
them too.
I said, but I have to give you credit for having sense enough not to say them in front of another adult.
Right.
And I said, I don't like it. I can't be there to police you all the time, but, I don't think it's a classy look for a 15-year-old girl.
No.
And I said, I really don't want you flipping the bird. I said, flipping the bird is terrible. It makes me so mad when I see these kids flipping the birds. It's like, why? Why are you flipping the bird in pictures? Why is that a thing now? Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, that's always been
All
a
these
thing.
kids.
That's always been a thing.
And but no, it's like the Kardashians and Jenners and all of them. It's like, here we are, we're having a great time, and everybody's flipping the bird, and I'm the one looking at the picture. I'm like, are you flipping me off?
I know, but babe,
Are you? But why?
That's not a new thing.
But why? I think it's classless.
I don't know
and
why.
rude.
Yeah, that's been done.
One time, somebody flipped me off, thinking it was funny.
Mhm.
It was a friend of mine. She was married to this guy she is no longer married to. He is a jerk. And my best friend since 5th grade, Tommy Jean, and I was pulling up into the parking lot at San Jose Restaurant in Florence, South Carolina. Some of the best Mexican food I've ever had. And we pulled up and get out of the car, and my friend and her husband, her then husband, are sitting in the window, and they see us coming up, and he just nonchalantly flips the bird at me.
Gave you the California howdy, huh?
And I'm like, no, you didn't. I marched in there, went straight to his table, and I said, I don't want to ever see that. Is disrespectful. Don't you ever do that to me again. And he like cowered down and got like real sheepish and stuff. I don't like that. I don't know why that really rubs me the wrong way. That's my thing. I don't like it.
When I flip the bird, I like to flip it in a creative way.
I do it behind your back.
No, but I like to.
That's more respectful.
I like to like blow like in my hand,
Yeah,
and then and then the bird comes up like that, or you roll the bird up like that.
Yeah, very creative.
Roll it up like that, or
you never do it to me.
Or you can say, "Well, wait a second, it's not in my left pocket. It's oh, here it is. It's in my right pocket. There it was."
Yeah, I don't like that.
One of those.
So I mean, it's funny when you do it like that.
Yeah,
because
it's a bit, right?
But I don't understand this kid's doing it, and my daughter's 15. I was like, "Don't do that." She's like, "I don't, Mom. I promise."
Well, that's good. So anyway, yeah, and then when we were out playing football this weekend, Cole rips his shirt off. And I'm like, "You're going shirtless, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, Sasquatch. What's wrong with that?" He's like,
back to Sasquatch.
Yeah, he's doing a bit. The way the day ended was we were playing football. I throw a pass to Dylan. Cole trips and falls over Dylan, falls on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Falls on Dylan's head.
This is where I came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
day over.
Day over. There were crocodile tears. Lots of what was that? What was that?
Y'all couldn't hear that on the podcast. What was that? Was that you?
No, that was not. I promise that way. If it was me, I would take credit for that one.
Low key, elongated toot.
It was.
But where was it coming
Where did that come from? Somebody punking us?
I have no idea.
You know what?
That was weird.
Amy Wilkerson sent us a box of fart gadgets a while back.
Is it in the closet?
It's in the closet.
That might have been what it was.
I bet you one of the gadgets.
It randomly goes off sometimes. I know y'all couldn't hear it, but we were both like, where is that toot noise coming from?
Wow. Okay, so anyway, that's how the day ended. And then we came home, and then Kellie walked in. She's like, "Why is Dylan red-faced and why is Cole butthurt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a long story."
And what's up, Sasquatch?
What's up, Sasquatch?
Isn't that Bigfoot?
Yeah, Bigfoot Sasquatch.
Yeah,
the guy was real hairy. That's why I called him.
I was making sure I was on the right, because there's the abominable snowman.
Did you hear Justin the way he pronounced it this morning on the Lil Nas X interview? It was like the abominable
is hard to say.
Abominable snowman.
It's abominable.
Abominable.
Right? The more you say it, the more you question yourself.
The abominable snowman and the Yeti are the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then Sasquatch and Bigfoot are the same thing, right?
Right.
Right?
Right. That's right. It's hard to keep them straight.
And then Nessie and the Loch Ness Monster are the same thing.
That's the same thing, yeah. All right. Now we've got our fictitious monsters.
What about the Chupacabra?
Again, that's fake, right?
Some people say it's not fake.
We had one in South Carolina, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
Deloise's ape?
No, it was something like, oh God, if somebody's listening in South Carolina, they can remind me. But I've been gone for 27, almost 28 years.
The Boogeyman?
No, we had like a creature that was like, what was it? It was like an alligator man or something, a gator boy. I forget.
A gator boy.
Every region has their own, mystery thing. Goat boy. Was it a goat?
Goat boy?
I can't remember. I have to look it up. I can't remember. My mind's not what it used to be. But I'm on my hormones, so hopefully things will start kicking in.
Really?
I'm not even a weekend, y'all. I told everybody
You
I
feeling
keep
better?
posted. No, well, not really, but I've got a terrible cold and I'm coming out of it. But I'm taking something called Armor. It's some sort of tiny pill that is about the size of a pinhead. It is that tiny. And I take 2 in the morning on an empty stomach. I can't have anything to eat or drink except for water for 30 minutes. And then also I'm taking a testosterone sublingual tablet that melts under your tongue. I take that in the morning. And then about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I take another one of those Armor pinhead pills. So I'm taking 3 of those a day, the testosterone under the tongue. I'm not even a week in, so I can't really tell you that I've noticed a very big change. But a friend of mine who went to the same hormone therapist said it's life-changing. And I'm just waiting for my life to be changed. I will keep you posted.
Okay.
So far, nothing really to report other than that.
Okay.
Okay.
Good stuff, man.
All right. So have you taken our advice? We give a lot of advice. Well, I give a lot of advice on Love Letters to Kellie. Don't give a lot of advice here.
Love letters to Kellie. Yeah,
Hey.
we do. Sure we do.
Do we?
Well,
If y'all
some.
ever have a question for us, please feel free to submit that. If sometimes maybe you want Alan's perspective on a love letter. I should bring in we haven't done that in a while. Some of the excess love letters I get.
Love letters to Alan.
And we can do another segment of how would you answer it.
Give me the
right?
lewd ones.
Yeah. I think people know, well, that's not true. Every once in a while we get some that are pretty out there, but I try to keep it classy as best as possible.
Yeah, give me the ones that are really out there. That would be a good
Let me see.
idea.
I'll ask our producer, Robert, about that. We record the Love Letters to Kellie podcast every Wednesday.
Love letters.
And we record the next A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Wednesday night. So I'll see. Maybe we can have some for the next podcast. I'll look into that for you.
The more lewd, the better.
We'll see. But, speaking of not lewd advice, hopefully you've taken our advice to try HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Because with HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep, so you can skip those trips to the grocery store. And not only that, you can count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it is America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week. They've got vegetarian meal plans, calorie smart, gourmet options. So there's a lot of variety, and meals are ready in about 30 minutes or less. But to make things even easier, HelloFresh offers quick and easy meals, 20-minute recipes, and low prep, easy cleanup options, which are perfect for the holidays because less stress in the kitchen means more time with your family. And recipes like balsamic and fig beef tenderloin or pecan crusted salmon, those make holiday meals feel special without the high cost of dining out or delivery. And if you're hosting, HelloFresh has a market with lots of options like their holiday cheese and charcuterie board. Also skinny dip dark chocolate peppermint almonds. And don't forget dessert. The cherry cheesecake swirl bars are divine. And when you order from HelloFresh instead of grocery shopping, on average, you can save about $65 or more per month. And our son Cole, he is the one who likes to get into the kitchen and cook with us. And it's really fun to get your kids involved in preparing HelloFresh meals because the recipes are easy to follow, so the kids don't get frustrated. And it's been proven that kids are more likely to eat the food that they help prepare in the kitchen.
That's right. So go to HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts.
Wow.
All right. That's HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use code sandwich14 for up to 14 meals and 3 free gifts.
We love free.
Yes, we do. And we love HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
We do.
Love HelloFresh.
All right, babe.
Okay, real quick, a couple of housekeeping items here. The first is just real quick. Your Dallas Cowboys beat the Nolans Saints.
Yes.
Last game.
With a lot of players out, right?
A lot of players that had the vid, I think, right?
Yeah, but I heard that it wasn't like key players, but the head coach was out.
The head coach was out.
But it wasn't key players.
Right. But
I obviously didn't watch the game.
But the Cowboys had lost 3 out of 4. Everyone's jumping off the ship. Dak Prescott, the quarterback in the press conference, said everybody wants to jump off the ship, because we're playing every game. with as much passion, as much heart as we have every game.
Good for you, Dak.
And we're going to do that the rest of the season.
I like Dak.
So I like Dak too. I love Dak.
Not as much as Troy Aikman, but I like Dak.
Did you see Troy's social today?
No, I haven't seen it.
Every Monday, if you want to see the big biceps and stuff, yeah, he's doing that on.
Oh, I can just look at you.
Well, yeah, I need to do something.
Babe, I just complimented you. Just take the compliment and move on.
I should do that. No, Cowboys big win against our Saints. We have a lot of friends who are Saints fans, but yeah, they're back on the winning track. So everybody's back on the bandwagon.
Good.
Yeah.
And sorry for our listeners in New Orleans. We love you, but we want to win.
Yeah. So
but when we're not playing the Saints, we want y'all to win.
Here's how we're going to yogurt out of this podcast and bring it home for Jerome. So last podcast, we talked about the Christmas tree. And Kellie bought another Christmas tree. Did you talk about that?
I seem to remember. I found we need a 9-foot one.
I think in the 5 years we've been together, I think we've bought how many Christmas trees would you say?
3 or 4.
16?
No. Emma Kelly's very upset when she found out we got rid of the big tree, though. She was very upset by that.
That big fat tree?
She loved it.
Why did she like the big fat tree?
Because it was a beautiful tree. And when I decorated it with every decoration we had, it was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous tree. And I'm sad too. But instead we're stuck with a spot
for it.
We had a spot, but you didn't like the spot. So now we're stuck with a pencil tree.
I'm sorry, I just didn't like a Christmas tree in a hallway.
I can only put like a third of the ornaments on it. Go ahead.
You want to buy another one?
No, I just did.
No.
I bought a 9.
Get you a 20-foot tree and put it in the front room.
No, we're not going back down that path again.
Okay. So anyway, we talked about how I hauled the tree down. You put the tree up. Usually
I decorate it. You erect it.
Right. I erect it and then I fluff it.
But you didn't this time.
I didn't fluff it.
I guess you thought I would, but I ain't doing that.
So then I started, as I do, I get to go down the bunny hole. If I hear a word that I know has a lewd connotation, I say it over and over and over.
Yeah.
It's
one of your more charming qualities.
Right. So I did this on the last podcast. I kept saying the word fluffer. And I don't think a lot of people know what a fluffer actually is.
I think they do.
I don't think they do.
I think they do.
I think if you surveyed 100 Americans on the street, I'll bet you maybe 20 people might know. You think people really know porn terminology? Because a fluffer, good, strong, dear listener,
keep it clean,
is a noun used in Hollywood pornography. A fluffer is...
Please keep it clean, Alan. I don't want to go...
person who performs fellatio.
Okay, we're going to have to put an E rating on this
on a male actor. Immediately before the recording of a scene. That's it. And that's not a dirty word.
Yes, it is. And we're going to have to put a whatever rating on this.
Fellatio?
It's explicit now. We have to do that. Thank you.
Well, those always...
I'll make sure that Blake puts an explicit
Those always get the highest ratings. So anyway, if you're talking about fluffing the Christmas tree this year...
It's just keeping someone prepared for a scene. That's all you have to say. Really, that's
keeping someone prepared
for their scene. You keep them fluffed up and ready to go.
Keep them fluffed up and ready to go.
Isn't that it? I mean, what else could it be?
I honestly didn't know that it was.
What did you think?
I didn't know.
All right. Well, anyway, there you go.
I thought it was just kind of.
I think that was very necessary information to share. Super, super necessary.
Where else? What other podcasts can you get dad tips and the definition of a fluffer in one podcast?
Well, nowhere else, I would imagine.
Thank you. We have a letter. Let's okay. So we'll change course and finish
cleanse our palate.
Yeah, we'll cleanse our palate with our letter. We have a letter from Shelley. Hello, Alan and Kellie. I've been a long-time listener to the nationally syndicated Kid Craddock Morning Show since 1853.
It gets you, doesn't it?
Our listeners do bits. Kellie has always been my favorite.
Thank you.
And I was more than excited when she married Alan and started the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. You guys keep me laughing, crying, and I find myself doing your bits in Alan voice all the time. Good. I encourage that. Through all of the years that I've been a fan, Kellie has always had beautiful skin.
Thank you.
I would like
Except for the zit on my nose right now.
I would like to ask if she would be willing to share her recommendations for skincare products, moisturizers, eye creams, etc., routine, and what she likes to get done at the spa. What is her secret? A few months ago, I received my very first dose of Botox and a little filler from Chelsea, the face matriarch, because Kellie highly recommended her, of course.
Are you happy?
She sounds like she's happy. I would love to change up my scare routine, and who better to get recommendations from than the gorgeous Kellie Rasberry Evans.
Thank you.
I'm in my mid-30s, and I would love to know how Kellie continues to look so fabulous. Wow, a lot of.
Well, I get asked.
Well, hold on.
I thought you were done.
No, a lot of talk here about Kellie looking so fabulous.
Okay.
Alan, you can also share your recommendations since you have beautiful skin as well. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you guys for sharing a little bit of your lives with us. Hope you and the family have a very blessed Christmas. Shelly, P.S. You can read this on the podcast and share my name. P.P.S. I made sure to write my email in large font so Alan doesn't have trouble reading.
Oh, that's nice, Shelly. Okay, listen, I get asked about my skin all the time. And the thing is I don't really stick to any one thing. I really appreciate the compliments, but I think a lot of it is hereditary. A lot of it is I don't go in the sun a great deal. And I've already started my daughter at 15, and I wish I had started earlier on using tinted sunscreen instead of base makeup, because I think that's one of the best things I've done for my skin, because using heavy foundation, I think it's kind of like a mask that coats your skin. But if you wear a tinted moisturizer that just has a little bit of color to it, your natural skin can like breathe. And I think it just looks fresher. A lot of women who have, like, if I have, like right now, I've got a bad pimple on the tip of my nose. I've been blowing my nose like crazy. I'll use a little bit of concealer or something over that, or maybe a little bit of a thicker consistency foundation, but I typically stay away from that. As far as skincare, I'm not really religious to any one product. I love Neutrogena has a makeup wash that is really good about getting, I forget what it's called. I think it's like all-in-one or something, where it's good for removing all your makeup, because I like just to get it all off with as few steps as possible. So Neutrogena face wash that I like. I also use their wipes. They say the wipes get off most of the makeup, but they really don't. Wipes are good just to kind of get the surface makeup off, but then you have to go back and cleanse again. I use, instead of toner, I use micellar water. Garnier makes the one that I use, micellar water, after I wash my face. I don't personally spend a lot of money on those spritzers, like just something to moisturize your skin. I go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx or whatever in their beauty product section. And I have one that's like a rose mist water that I spray on my face before I put on my serum. Serum's the word I was looking for. My serum. And I've got a multitude of serums. I use not loyal to any one of them. A serum, and then a moisturizer, and then an eye cream. And that's about it. But I'm not loyal to any one product, except for, I think Neutrogena makes some good stuff. Oil of Olay makes great stuff. My grandmother, my mother Price, used oil of Olay every day, and her skin was as smooth. And if you go to oilofolay.com, no, but if you go to oilofolay.com, they have stuff on sale all the time on there, and you can get free shipping if you order enough products. So I get serums and creams and stuff for them. They're really good, and they have face washes.
Why don't you throw all these recommendations on your Amazon site?
Because I do some things on my Amazon site. I set up an Amazon store, wink, wink, just because if there was a product I threw it up there because people were asking me a lot of questions. If you buy one of those things, if I make a penny or two off of it, that's about the extent of it. So I'm not getting rich off of it, but I do it just to kind of, if people ask me about something, I'm like, oh, we'll go to my Amazon store and you can find it there. But I think some of that stuff I just mentioned might be on the Amazon store. But that's really it. It's not like a product and I don't get a lot of facials. If I go maybe once or twice a year, that's good.
There's a link in our Instagram bio to your Amazon store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some Christmas gift recommendations on there. some links to some gift ideas if you're looking for those. My health, I deleted a bunch. I had some from like leftover Father's Days and stuff. But what happens with Amazon, if you don't stay on top of it, the stuff will either be discontinued or they'll sell out or the price will jump up. And I don't want to do that to you guys. So there's links on there for Christmas and my health and beauty items. Some of what I mentioned.
Good info.
I don't know. That was kind of disjointed. I don't feel like that was very
You
helpful.
know, if I can I throw my 2 cents in?
Mm-hmm.
I think Kelly I agree. Kelly has beautiful skin and she always looks so young and younger, than her physical age, in my opinion.
Thank you, honey.
And I think part of it is because Kelly's always stayed out of the sun.
Yeah, I think that's major.
She's always stayed out of the sun.
When I was a little girl, I didn't, but the older I got, that's why I'm so happy I started Emma Kelly on tinted moisturizer. Let me tell you the one I do use. I will tell you this. I have tried a lot of them, and I like the Elta MD tinted moisturizer. It's not cheap, but it's not as expensive as some of those other makeup products I'm seeing out there.
Wait a minute.
And it lasts a long time.
That's the one I use.
I know. Yeah. It's a tinted sunscreen. I know.
Yeah.
You can get it without the tint if you're a man or something, but the tint, it's got very minimal cover.
I like the tint because it's dark, so it matches my skin.
But it also matches mine.
Huh.
See what I'm saying? So it's just a little tint, but also Beauty Counter makes one, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's just like, it's called something. It's just like you use it instead of base makeup. It's just like a little tint. And sometimes I mix the two. I'll just a little tiny dot of the Elta, a little tiny dot of the Beauty Counter. And if you're looking for someone that sells Beauty Counter, my cousin Grayson does. Grayson Altman. No, not Grayson Altman. That was her maiden name. Grayson Hamilton.
Ad?
Well, I'm throwing her a bone. She sells Beauty Counter, and that's like my favorite product from them. It's just a little sheer coverage. That's the only 2 products that I'll really recommend.
There you go.
All right.
Right there from Kelly Rasberry Evans.
Yeah, I probably should do a blog. I get asked about my skin more than anything I get asked about, and it's a huge compliment.
We have a blog, but we need some content.
I know. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do my skincare.
Okay. Well, we're going to sign off by one of our producers, or assistant producers, just passed me out. And he said that the word fellatio was used on Frasier. So I don't know that that's a real dirty word.
Okay.
It was on network TV. So everybody remain calm. We can all be adults.
You mean Kelly?
Yes.
Kelly, remain calm?
Yes, please remain calm.
All right. I don't think some things are necessary to share.
What's the first thing you do in a crisis situation?
Panic.
No, remain calm.
All right.
All right.
Listen, if you are looking for a last minute gift idea for the Sandwiches from Lovin podcast lover in your life, we've got hats available in our store. But you need to get on it because we're going to have to close up shop and it won't get to you in time for the holidays unless you get that order in now.
Oh, that's right. Because we're piecing out of here pretty early, right?
So we probably need to have all orders in. We probably need to set the deadline for, I would say, December 15th, just to be on the safe side, to make sure you get it in time for the holidays. So if you want to do that, where can they go to buy the Sandwiches and Lovin hats?
KellieandAlan.com.
Easy enough.
Easy enough.
There's Get It Babe hats too.
Yeah.
So there's that, KellieandAlan.com, KELLIE and ALLEN.com.
And we're gonna up our merch game next year. The marketing director has made the executive decision. We need more merch.
We do.
We need more. The people want merch.
We'll figure it out.
We need a good supplier. God, the suppliers
that's the problem.
They suck. I'm gonna come out and say it. They suck.
That is a problem. We ordered some shirts, and let's be honest, they ran super small.
And I told them that they never got back to me.
They were it was awful. I mean, I typically wear a large and some XLs. They squeezed me, and I was like, this is not. Well, I mean, we want to feel good. Women, we want to feel good in what we're wearing. We want to wear a cute t-shirt, but we want it to fit and not have our big rolls coming out from under our bra.
Whoa.
I mean, what is whoa? You say fellatio and you whoa, it rolls?
You have to change your voice.
No, I don't. So anyway, we were not thrilled with literally, if you wear a small, probably a large would have fit you perfectly in those t-shirts. They just were not sized right. So we weren't happy about that. That's why we stick with hats, because hats, unless you got a giant melon, these should fit you all right.
Speaking of giant melons, we need to get you a helmet.
True. I'm not even offended by that.
Offended by what? The sphincter says,
Speaking of giant melons, my head.
the sphincter says what? I feel like I'm really annoying you a lot, babe.
Yeah, you are.
Babe, come on.
Well, I think it's just pointing out the obvious. So anyway.
No.
I've got to learn to stop doing this
Stop
podcast
talking.
sober. That's it. I've got to stop doing this podcast sober.
Is that the only way you can deal with me?
That's probably looking ahead to 2022. That's probably going to be my resolution to do every podcast a little buzzed.
Just so you can fight through it.
Just fighting through it, babe.
Just deal with this buffoonery.
Well, that's all right. I still love you.
Just keep cranking out bits. Well, I love you. I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
We love y'all.
And we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. All right.
I know you were wondering what I was doing. I was trying to keep track of what we talked about so I didn't have to say, what did we talk about? That's what I was doing.
Huh?
When you saw me typing those things.
I don't know what
you were like watching what I was doing. You like stopped talking. It's because
talking.
I was trying to do little bullet points of what we talked about. So I had to go back and ask you what we talked about.
Okay. Hello, Christy Kincaid Norris. Amy Wilkerson says 2022 is going to be the year of Kellie and Larry.
Yeah, right.
The year of Larry. Larry's gonna bust an LL Cool J. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. What I miss, guys? Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4 Smith. Thank you, Charles. My man. Well, is there a Monday night game on? I'm sure there's some football on. Football. There's some football on? Golly, it's 9:22 already. Hey, Shelly. Yeah, that was a good letter. A lot of good bits in there. Don't think I didn't see those. I saw those. Hi, Alan and Kelly. Good bit there. 1853. Good bit. Nationally syndicated. Oh, gosh. Awesome. Safe. The hats are they're one size fits most. They're like the snapbacks. I mean, you can open that thing up pretty big. I don't think you'd have a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4 Smith says you look very pretty tonight.
Oh, thank you. I did put on a little bit of makeup today because we thought we had an appointment that got canceled, but then I had a dentist appointment. Oh, I meant to talk about that. I might talk about that on the next podcast because it was kind of awkward. A little interaction there.
Oh, with doctor?
No, with a different doctor. My dentist had to leave. So there was another dentist that came in.
Oh, okay.
So I was seen by a dentist who apparently didn't know who I was, which is fine, but it was just awkward.
Okay.
I'll explain.
Yeah.
It was just awkward.
We need to get into that because I like awkward.
I meant to talk about that.
Awkward
I should have written it down.
Amy, I will tell Larry he is the best dog in the world. I tell him that all the time. Don't I?
What?
Tell Larry he's the best dog in the world. Wow. I tell Zoe. All right, peoples. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to move to another room in the manor and see if there's some football on and upload this to stop talking and then pass out.
Can you let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Well, can you let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
The Baja Men.
I don't know who that is.
Well, they sang Who Lets the Dogs Out.
Why couldn't I have thought of that song? Or yeah. Yeah. Why couldn't I think of that? Smash the like button. Love you guys. See you soon.